guys, and welcome to Trucking Along with Kiersey. That's me. And Goofball's in here too. That's him, if he decides to pop up and show his face. Today we're going to talk about 3 things that you can do right now before you even start your CDL career, before you even go to CDL school, that will help you in your career. I kid you not. I asked 10 trainers and 5 fleet managers, and this is the list they came up with. So stick around. Okay, so you are preparing for CDL school, but maybe you're not ready yet. 2 weeks, a month, 6 months, it doesn't matter. There are 3 things that you could do right now that will help you prepare not only for school, but for the training beyond school and your actual working career every day. Number 1, read the signs. As car drivers, we don't read signs. We only read the signs that pertain to us, that we're looking for. We also don't seem to realize that we only read signs when we're not in a familiar place. You know, when you're local and you know where you are, you don't read signs. You know exactly where you're going. But as truckers, we have to read signs, because if not, you know what's going to happen? You see this sign, you're going to have to duck because you're going to hit a bridge. If you see this sign, it's a detour. You're going to have to find another route. If you see, you know, this sign, I hope you run away. But you know, we need to pay attention to what we're doing at all times. And when I asked trainers and fleet managers, what do people do? They said they miss way stations. They miss their routes because they're not reading the signs. If you read the signs, you'd be able to go through the way station properly. So that's number 1. Read every sign, even if it says 5-ton bridge, if it says, you know, school zone, if it says $500 litter fine. You want to get in the habit of reading the signs. So that's number 1. Number 2, go buy a Rand McNally Trucker's Guide, the actual atlas with the spiral bound and the laminate sheets. You can use dry erase markers. Okay, I'll get it out of my mouth eventually. But you can use the wipe off markers that you can wind up tracking your routes, making little notes on the way. That way, you know, you won't have to do it after you get experience and you know all the interstates that connect and everything. But even now, 4 years later, I don't know every U.S. route. I know a lot of them, but I don't always know exactly what town they intersect in and that sort of thing. So you also need that for the low bridge clearances and the truck routes. I'm going to do a tutorial that I'll link with this video later. So make sure you subscribe, like it, and then please ring the bell so that you get the notification. And I'll do a full tutorial that explains how to read the map, because apparently they don't teach map reading skills anymore because you have GPSs. If you follow the GPS, I guarantee you're going to wind up rolling the truck, hitting the truck into a clearance, or rolling into a ditch because you're going to be lost in the middle of the night and you're not going to be able to find your way out, and then you're going to have to back 5 miles up the street. Trust me, I've done it. You don't want to do it. Believe me. Just go get the atlas and work on it now. Actually understand it now. And if you're not going to school for 6 months, guess what? That's 6 months of you actually using the atlas. What else you might want to do? Just go get lost. Purposely go just drive around your state, take 3-4 hours on a Sunday or a Saturday or whenever you're off, and just get lost, and then use the atlas to get you back, and pretend that you're in a truck. That way you're taking truck routes, you're paying attention to the clearances, and you're reading all those signs while you're doing it. So you're really preparing yourself for your next step of your CDL career. Okay, and the third thing, I really recommend that you go to some truck stops and look how they set up and then they back into the spaces. When I tried to do this as a new driver, as a student, I could not understand the angles, and I didn't understand what I was looking for. People would say, well, get out and look, go look at them. It didn't help me to look, because in my head I was like, I don't understand how they're doing it. I see them doing it, but I don't understand how. So my suggestion is, usually, like, I'm in a place right now where you can do straight line back. So you want to get into a straight line back and then go straight line back, and you set yourself up that way. And even if you're a little bit off, either way, you're only doing little turns. But you know, if they're coming in at an angle, I like to set up in a 45-degree angle rather than, like, some people like 90s. I like 45s. And then right where the line is for the parking space, I extend that out in my head. And when my tandems start to cross that line, that's when I start to cut harder. And if you go to the truck stops and try to visualize and actually see them doing this, and visualize in your head how they're turning and what you would need to do in order to do it, it's going to make things a lot easier for you. Even if you don't know how they're doing it, if you can look and see where it is, at what point did they stop and then pull forward? At what point did these people start to turn the truck harder? You might not know right now which direction to turn the wheel, but if you understand the concept of the angles that they're coming in, it's going to make things a whole lot easier for you. So that's it for right now. I am going to do a video about pets on the truck, so like, subscribe, notify, ring the bell. And then if you are going to go to trucking school, make sure you put in the comments for me, please, of when you are starting. And if you've already been a trucker for years or however amount of time, put in the comments how long you've been driving. I want us to be able to see that, you know, there are some beginners, there's some experienced people out there, and the experienced people can help the beginners. You can answer each other's questions on my channel. I don't care. That's what this is all about, to help each other. So thanks for watching, and I hope to see you out here trucking along. Bye.